Hi folks, and welcome to the GR86 at Road America. What a circuit, absolutely love this place, so let's get on with the fast lap. Right then, fast lap done and dusted, so let me show you the info tab for you. We are using the fixed iRacing setup, which we're following the fixed series, and we're using a 104 Fahrenheit track temperature. That is quite toasty, and moderate usage of 44%. So if you're in a session with high usage, make note. Low usage, make note. The lap I'm actually going to show you is lap 4. It is our fastest lap. It is a 2:33.593. Before we did a 33.6. And then down here, we nipped into the 38s and 39s, sorry, 33.8s and 33.9s down there above my head. This is quite a long circuit, not going to lie, and this is quite a slow car, so it takes a while to get around. But nonetheless, I think the racing will be a little bit better around here. Now, I did do some testing with Slipstream, and it's kind of non-existent. It'll bring you up to the rear end of the bumper if you're, say, half second behind. So yeah, overtaking will be interesting. You're going to have to get those better exits to really help that slipstream because it is kind of non-existent. Qualifying as well, it takes about 1:30 to get round. So getting 2 laps in qualifying is going to be extremely, extremely tight. So if you want to qualify and get your 2 laps, get your setup as soon as you can. Well, it's fixed setup, so you can't change the fuel. That's my mistake. But literally, as soon as it goes, click into the session and go, because it's going to be very, very close to get that second lap in, and it can be important with tyre temperatures and all that mumbo jumbo. So that is my one advice for this circuit. Make sure you get your qualifying in early. Otherwise, above my head will be my Discord, where the OLAP, BLAP telemetry and the replay file will all be, so you can actually have a look and see how I did this lap in your own time, and also the split sectors here. I can do, apparently, a 32.8. No idea where that lap time is, but you can see there my fastest is a 33.593, which is the one I'm going to show you. Nice and lovely. Yeah, let's crack on with it. Right then, Road America, get a brick, put it on your throttle because you are definitely going to need it, because these straights are absolutely massive in a car that can barely do 120. But anyway, we are looking at the 3 and the 1 cone. We're braking about halfway down, so where the 2 cone should be. No idea where it is, but it isn't there. Anyway, third gear around here. Do not cut this too much. You want to use all of the curb, but don't use the dirt because it really unsettles the car like that. Really, really bad. You will see a few times when I unsettle the car, so use that as an advantage and make sure you don't do it, because this car does not like bumps at times. Other times it absolutely loves them. Anyway, that line right there that signifies the one board on the wall on the left-hand side, so brake nice and heavy downhill. Second gear, get a nice light apex. You want to apex as the curb ends right about here. Make sure you're on full throttle to get a good exit, and do not run wide here. The exit curb there is wide, but we sort of exit after it, so it's kind of pointless, if that makes sense. Anyway, put a brick on the throttle again. We are down the massive straight. This takes a long time to get down here. But anyway, we are hunting for the boards on the right-hand side, and we're looking for the 2 board or the end of that little gravel trap, which is completely pointless. But anyway, brake nice and heavy. Cover this curb here because there is no off-track out there, so we may as well use it. Second gear around here, ease off the brakes and get it to that apex. Don't cut it. There is a bump on the apex, so it will unsettle the car. So make sure you get around there nice and smoothly. And then up to the hill, which normally you brake before the crest. On this one, you can actually brake at the crest. So at the bridge is our point, so we brake. Second gear for this one. Watch the car in the top right-hand corner as I go over this bump on apex. Look how much it wobbles around and wiggles that booty. So be careful of that one around there, and we don't want that because it affects our traction on the out the corner, so that's not good. Bring the car over to the left-hand side for this little kink. It is absolutely flat out. Give the apex curb a little cheeky tickle as you go past, and you should be golden. Use all the curb here, but be careful, it does end on exit, so be cautious. Bring the car over to the right-hand side, and we're using the 2 board or that white line that signifies the 2 marker. Brake nice and heavy. Second gear through here, and again I missed the bump on apex, and look how much smoother the car is in the top right hand corner. That's what we want. Nice smooth exits, no wobbling around and bumping all over the place, so that's ideal. Left hand side of the circuit at the bridge, begin turning in. Now I take a nice wide entry into this, but you may not want to do that in the race because someone may take that as an invitation to go up your inside, so be cautious. But we are looking for this green barrier here on the right hand side, and just at the opening we want to start thinking about getting on full throttle and bringing the car back to the inside of the corner. We want to apex. I apex a little too early. I want to apex on this curbing here, but you can see I'm drifting outwards. It's not too bad, but make sure you're on full throttle to get the maximum acceleration out the corner. There's a little bit of curb here on exit, but again, if you do go wide, be careful. Spins, issues, all of that. Using the 1 board here as our turning in marker for the kink. Again, it is absolutely flat out, but try and just be as smooth as you can to try and minimize that tire scrub and losing that straight line speed. Again, slipstream isn't a big thing around here, but you want to maximize your straight line speed to maximize your lap time. So coming into the last few corners now, bring the car to the left hand side. We are hunting for this 2 board. Brake nice and heavy just before it, and this is going to be an awkward little corner because again it's got a bump on the apex, so we want to miss it. Second gear through here, get over the curb a little cheeky tickle, and you can run wide here. There's a lot of curbing here, but make sure you get on the circuit before the grass starts because there is a cheeky little off track, so bear that in mind. Curbing here on the right hand side is our marker to turn in. Absolutely flat out, don't worry about this one. Give the curb a little kiss as you go by, and be careful on exit. If you run too wide, there's actually a horrible bump between this like service road bit, so be careful as you're going over there if you do end up out there. Our final braking point, most important corner on the circuit. We're using this white line or before the change of tarmac. Use the curb on the left hand side as it ends as our turning in point, and get on throttle as soon as you can. On full throttle there before the apex. That is absolutely perfect. We want to get that exit and get that straight line speed down. By far one of the longest straights on the circuit. As I said, slipstream won't be a thing that much, but you still want to try and maximize your exit as best you can because this will help this lap time and the next lap time because you really maximize your time on full throttle. But that is us across the line in a 2:33.593. My lap before that was a 33.6, so it was a couple of hundredths slower, which wasn't too bad. I was quite happy with that. If I can get any quicker than that, then yeah, by all means, that will be a bit of a fluke, but I think that's my probably limit there, mid to high 33s. So we will see what happens in the race. It will be a game of survival around here. There's always issues at turn 1, turn 3 technically on the track map there, and down at turn 5. Just because people want to dive bomb, and particularly early on in the race when everyone's close together. So be cautious. Make sure you see that checkered flag. Otherwise, I will disappear. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to that lovely YouTube stuff, and I'll catch you on the next one.